What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and today I have another trophy talk for you. This is going to be for the week of February 26th, 2023. And I have to say that we've made some progress in some games this week, and we've been getting some things done, and guides and everything have been getting done. And there has been some progress, and I guess that's all that really matters. So down in the comments below, let me know what games you guys have been playing. I love to read all of that stuff. Let me know any progress you've made, any platinums you've got, anything like that, and any goals that you have for the upcoming weeks or anything of that sort moving forward. Also, down in the description below, you'll find links to all types of stuff, Twitter, Twitch, platinum videos, things like that. So if you want to go follow me on any of that stuff, or you want to go watch any of my other stuff, I would greatly appreciate it. I am trying to stream on Twitch when I have the energy after work, but that is very minimal. But I do always stream my platinum trophies and various things over there. So if you want to follow me, there's a link for that down in the description below. So anyway, with all of that being said, let's get right into this and let's talk about what I've been playing. So last time I did one of these trophy talks, or in the last trophy talk, I should say, I had gotten done Madden 18. So Madden 18 is fully done. So let's talk about everything that I've been playing since then, which really hasn't been a lot, but I've been putting a decent amount of time into some things. So the first thing we have up is Madden 19. Now, if you guys don't know, Madden 18 and Madden 19 are both going down in the beginning of March. I don't know the exact date. I don't know if it's March 7th. Let's actually check. Yeah. They are going down on March 7th, so if you are wanting to do Madden 18 and Madden 19, I would advise to do the Ultimate Team trophies and the Tom Brady Legacy Award trophies for both of those games. Everything else can be done offline, not really a big deal, but I would advise to do both of those. Or all of those if you want to get through. So Madden 18 got that fully done. Madden 19 working on it now. Oh, another thing that I do want to note before moving forward is a game that went down that I've already done both of them, but Babylon's Fall has officially shut down. It should have, yep. It has this little symbol next to it, which means it's shut down. So Babylon's Fall is officially down. Rest in peace. And same thing with Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor finally went down as well. So both of those are down. Sorry, sidetracked before moving forward. But yeah, back to Madden 19. So for Madden 19, I don't remember what I was left with last time. I know that I definitely did not do any of the story mode, and I don't think I did the random trophies. I think all I had done in Madden 19 was the Ultimate Team and the Tom Brady Legacy Award, and maybe like one or two random trophies, not really that much. So my goal was to get Madden 19 basically done by last weekend, and I was able to fully do that. And most of the random trophies are the same as Madden 18, so if you know how to do them in Madden 18, you'll be able to do them in Madden 19. The last trophy that I do have to get for the Platinum is Full Set, which I had issues with on Madden 18, so hopefully I'm just going to use the method I used for Madden 18 for Madden 19. But one thing I will note in this game, which is tied to the long shot, which is the single-player mode, I enjoyed the single-player mode of Madden 18 or Madden 19 more than Madden 18. I felt like Madden 18 was really, really annoying because you had to worry about not only how you were performing on the field, but the choices that you made off the field, and that dictated football IQ and things like that. And the fact that you essentially had to read a guide for the entire time that you were playing through that game in order to pick certain conversation choices and stuff like that really just made that not really enjoyable to me. Whereas in Madden 19, you can read a guide. It will tell you when you're going to earn trophies, but for the most part, you just need to complete everything that the game asks you to do the first time. So, for instance, there's a flashback to a state championship, and what they're telling you to do in the state championship is to return a punt as Colt. In order to get the highest grade for that encounter, you need to return that punt return on the first try. Now, if you fail it, you can just quit out, reload back up, and try again. So if you do fail it, you can do that method. The only thing that sucks with that is the game still does not allow you to skip cutscenes, which is really, really annoying, or like even skip the dialogue that's being talked through at that moment, which is really annoying because the dialogue is going to take up a majority of the time as you're playing through. So it is a bit annoying. But It's nice that those choices that you make when it comes to talking, which you really don't even have that many. You maybe have three in the entirety of the game. All of your grades are going to come down how you perform on the field, and not really choices you're making off the field, which to me makes it a lot more enjoyable to play through. And if you are able to do everything in the first try, up until you get to the finale of both Colt and Devin, because you play as both of them, you can fail the last final challenge as many times as you want to and still get the 80 or higher grade. So as long as you're doing everything up to the finale, essentially perfect, you can fail that finale as much as you want and you'll still end up getting the trophies. So I found the grades for both of them to be a lot easier, and I found the story mode to be a lot more enjoyable. Even though it was still a little sluggish to get through, the fact that you didn't have to worry about dialogue and stuff like that made it a lot more enjoyable, and you actually played more football, which is something that really irritated me about Madden 18. Was like, you're playing through the story mode, and the whole purpose of the story mode is you're trying to get somebody into the league, but like you're never playing actually playing football. You're doing mini games, you're answering questions, you're doing stupid shit. Like, you're never actually playing. So it was nice to actually play to get that done. Another thing that I found extremely funny, which is tied to the trophies, there's actually a few things. So the first thing that's extremely funny with tied to the trophies are both of the trophies in regards to the grades for both Devin and Colt. So you can see right here that this one is named Colt's grade, and it's got Colt's picture. But in the description, it says you need to finish the story with a grade of 80 or higher in Randy's fan site for Devin. So is this for Devin or for Colt? And then if you go down to Devin's grade, which says Devin's grade with Devin's picture, it says finish the story with a grade of 80 or higher in Randy's fan site for Colt. So is that for Colt or is that for Devin? I'm assuming that the name is right and the description is wrong, because the Devin's grade is a lower percentage, which makes more sense. When I finished Colts, I think I was like at a 90, so I was really high up there. Devin, I think I was at like an 86 or something like that. Another trophy that's very funny tied to the story is this trophy right here called Face the Dolphins, which says finish the game against the Dolphins. You don't actually play against the Dolphins, you play for the Dolphins. So that's pretty interesting. It's almost like the people that were writing this didn't know anything that they were writing about. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah, I made my way all the way through this. We're, done this. I just need to, prepare for the final stream to get full set, and we will get the platinum in Madden 18 and Madden 19, which is good progress, I will have to say. But yeah, that's that. We'll talk about, moving forward, what's going to be going on with sports games. But Madden 19 essentially done. I have a lot of games that are right on the cusp of being like done. I could probably get like, you know, 5 to 10 platinums if I just actually played games, but or finished games, I should say. But it is what it is. Then up next, we have a random game, Need for Speed Rivals. This is actually for the PS3, so I did do Need for Speed Rivals on the PS4. The purpose of me playing this game was to just do the online trophies. There's two of them: to win a race against a friend and to bust a friend. I did the same thing on Need for Speed Rivals on the PlayStation 4. I just did the online. I didn't do the entirety of the game. But Need for Speed Rivals on the PS3, that multiplayer, that was the last multiplayer that I needed to do for any PS3 Need for Speed game. Actually, any Need for Speed game that's not on the PS4 or PS5, so PS3 and PS TV. But with that being said, I want to, I really want to get this whole franchise done, and I am able to do it. I would probably start with Need for Speed Most Wanted on the PS Vita, and then do Need for Speed Rivals on the PS3, and then I'm not really sure how I would juggle it after that. But I really do want to get all the Need for Speeds done, but doing Need for Speed Rivals on the PS3 does get done every single Need for Speed game for me on the PS3 and the PS TV, so not PS4 or PS5. And I know just playing through this game, all you have to do is essentially level up and then do a few random trophies, so it's not too difficult. But at some point, I'll go back to it. I'm not really sure when I'll go back to it, but at some point, I will definitely go back to it and do these. And this will be one of the first priorities that I'll get done when I go back and do Need for Speed games. Which Need for Speed might be a franchise that I put into the franchise rotation at some point, or I put it in and do like a triple franchise rotation, and that's one of them. I'm not really sure, but I do really want to get done every single Need for Speed game, and it's definitely doable, and it's one of my favorite franchises. Then up next, we have the game that I've been putting a majority of my time into, which is probably no surprise, but Hogwarts Legacy. I've just been playing through and really enjoying the story and the side quests and things like that. I have not started putting guides out for this yet, but I am going to start in the next few days putting out guides. I'm not really sure what I'm going to make guides on. I think a few of the collectibles and things like that, and the chests and things like that. But there's not really any random trophies in the game. There's a few random trophies, but there's not many, so I don't really plan on putting stuff out for that. But I'm definitely going to do some for the collectibles, and then I want to do something for. I think there's a few. I think there's a few. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I have to look through, but there are definitely a few that I need to that I want to make guides for, like the demiguise statues and a few other things. So I'm definitely planning on making guides for this. But for the time being, I've just been playing through and really enjoying the game, and I have to say it's a phenomenal game. I know in the last trophy talk I was talking about how great the combat is and everything like that, and I still stand by that. The combat is phenomenal. The gameplay is phenomenal. The game loop is phenomenal. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of is um I would have to say like some of the quests. Like some of the quests definitely feel like fetch quests, but it's an open world game. There's nothing that you can really, you can't really hate on it for that because that's what you have to expect when you're playing through. I do like how when you kind of progress through the main story, that additional side quests will pop up where you're supposed to be exploring. So if you're going to the main hall to do a main quest, you may see that there's a symbol next to the main hall that is like a side quest. So I feel like they properly space out those side quests. But to be honest, I've not done a lot of exploring and things like that. All of my exploring has been coming through, just the relationship side quests and then the main quest. So I haven't been going off and doing any external exploring. So moving forward within the next like week or two, I definitely plan on getting that done. I would love to get this game platinum by next trophy talk. So next week, it's definitely going to be my number one priority moving forward, and it's the number one game that I'm playing. But we'll just have to see what happens. I've been, throwing some things in here and there, but for the most part, I want to focus on this and get it done as soon as possible. And one thing that I want to do, I guess a realistic thing that I want to do before next trophy talk is I want to get the other 3 trophies for reaching the map chambers as in different houses. So I want to do that, and then I want to go back and play on my main character and play through and do that because I don't really want to save those for last. I'd rather get those done like immediately and then worry about cleaning the game up at the end. So that might be something that I do on stream. I know they say it takes a few hours to get to the map chamber, so yeah, maybe I can just speed run through. I know you can just do like the main story and speed run through to get to the map chamber, so I'm not like super worried about that. But again, really, really, really been enjoying the game. There's another game coming out soon that I'm looking forward to playing as well. But for the most part, Hogwarts Legacy is my main priority, my main concern, and it's the game that I'm trying to get through. But there's just so much game, and I have so little time, and work's been kicking my ass, and I've been working overtime and everything, so it's been kind of difficult. But yeah, that's my main priority. And then the last game we have up is really a really random game. It's MotoGP 1011. So years ago, I don't even know when, 2017, maybe 2018, 2018, end of 2018, I was able to get, I was fortunate enough to get a trophy in MotoGP 1011 and also MotoGP 0910, which is to win a race against a full grid of human riders. I was able to get that in both of these games. And if you didn't know, for a long time, that trophy was completely unobtainable, or so people thought. So there was a boosting group that was put together, a bunch of people. I bought multiple copies of the game. I went, got that trophy. It was great to get that trophy. And then the game kind of just sat for a while. So I had the quote unquote most difficult or most annoying trophy to get. So I was basically done. But the thing is I wasn't technically done the multiplayer. I did that trophy, but I wasn't done the multiplayer. So what I did tonight was I just loaded the game up and I did the multiplayer just so I can have this done. And the multiplayer trophy that I had to get was Online Dominator, which is to win 21 races online. Very easy to do. You also have to host a multiplayer race, but that's not hard to do. And then while I was doing that, I also unlocked a few trophies for, getting your first win, which I obviously got back in 2018 because you have to win. But I got 10 races and then 20 races. And then I also got spick and span, which is to, basically win a race without having any penalties or and having clean sections or do a lap or something like that. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I got those trophies, and this will go back on the shelf for the time being. But when I was playing this, I kind of had this revelation of like I kind of want to get done. I would like to get done a lot more of my PS3 multiplayer um collection that I have. I have a lot of PS3 games. PS3 is probably my favorite console, even though I haven't gotten a PS3 Platinum in a while. I have to say that PS3 is probably my favorite console. If we go and we look at, I don't know if I can look at my statistics and look at my platinums by console. Let's find out. It's probably going to be tied between PS4 might actually. So games wise, I have on the PS or for my games, I have 257 PS3 with 232 PS4. So a majority of my games are PS3 games, and then I don't know if I can check by platinum, what console they're on. I don't think I can, but yeah. Needless to say, I love the PS3, and I have a very, very big variety, and I have a big library of PS3 games, and I would love to kind of work through that and do the multiplayer for those. At least at a minimum, do the multiplayer so that I can have the ability to platinum it in the future if I ever want to. Now, this is something that I did years ago. I kind of, and I do it every once in a while. I'll go on these binges of just doing multiplayer in games, putting the game away, and then coming back to it. And a lot of games, I haven't really come back to after I've done the multiplayer. There's a handful here and there that I go back to, but for the most part, I don't really go back to the game after I get the multiplayer done, because I just don't have any intention to for the time being. Recently, I haven't really been delving into my PS3 collection and really random PS4 games because all of my games are like not very easily accessible. They're downstairs in bins, and I have to like take stuff out and move stuff around to kind of get into them. So it's a little bit of a pain in the ass. But I'm hoping in the future, moving forward, very very soon, that won't be the case, and I'll be able to access them more easily. And with that being said, I really want to get a lot of the games done. Now, there's some PS3 games that I have on my list that I want to finish the multiplayer for, and that's like my main concern. But there's a lot that I also want to get, back to that I own, and ones that I haven't touched yet and things like that. But I would love to get back and start doing some PS3 multiplayer games, just because with the whole thing of Medal of Honor going down and Babylon's Fall and Madden and stuff, and server closures in general, it does kind of scare me to an extent. Even though there's games that are way, way, way old, like MotoGP 09, 10, or 10, 11, that are still up and, cranking and doing good, it does scare me to an extent that at some point those games may go down. And I don't want to be fighting. I don't want to essentially be fighting to get those games done. I'd rather already have them done. So I don't know how many games I have. I think I made a list of them, and it's somewhere online in a Google Drive somewhere. But I do have a list of PS3 games that I would love to get done. Because I think back before I packed them up, I made a list of like basically every single one that I wanted to do that had some sort of multiplayer trophy. So anyway, with that being said, that was kind of just a general PSA announcement, that I do want to do that. So if there's anybody that has like random PS3 games that you want to do, and you've been wanting to do it for a while, I'd probably have it, and I would be willing to probably do it because yeah, I want to get as many of those PS3 games done as possible. All right, so that's what I've been playing. It's been quite a clusterfuck, to say the least. I've been putting actually a majority of my time last week really went into trying to get through Madden 19, making the guides on Trophy Hunters Gaming for Madden 19, and then a Hogwarts Legacy as well. I only spent a few hours on Need for Speed Rivals and a few hours on MotoGP 1011. Not even a few hours. I think I spent more time downloading Need for Speed Rivals than actually playing it. And MotoGP 1011 took a total of maybe 1 hour with load times and everything, so really not that long to get done the 21 races. But yeah, majority of my time went to Madden 19 and Hogwarts Legacy. So what do I plan on playing in the upcoming week, moving forward the next week with new games and things like that? Oh man, I love just making stupid sentences like that. So my main goal is to main goal number one is to focus on Hogwarts Legacy. Start getting out guides and kind of get through that game and get it done as soon as possible. With that being said though, I do plan on doing some other things if it comes down to streaming because I do want to stream. I was planning on trying to stream every single night at 9 p.m. That kind of got held back a little bit. I do plan on doing that today when this video comes out. I'm going to be streaming tonight. I'm going to again. I'm saying it now. I'm going to try to do 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern, a majority of the nights, and try to get that out. But I will be doing it tonight and probably tomorrow night. And yeah, that'll probably be it. I can't stream on the weekends because I'm like not home. But yeah, during the weekdays I definitely plan on it. But with that being said, Hogwarts Legacy may get into this point where like I'm going to be making guides for it more than playing it on stream because I was playing it on stream for a decent amount of time. So if it comes down to playing on stream, then the goal is going to be to finish Madden 19 because it's basically done. And then the next thing that I want to do is a game that I was playing that I want to finish, which is Hitman 2016. I was playing this. I put full guides out for Hitman 2016. It was on my rotation of games to play, and I basically did everything difficult in the game. Now all I have to do is just do the masteries, which is just me playing the game and like having fun. And I kind of put it away for a little bit. So I haven't earned a trophy in about a month. So I would like to get back to that at some point and get that 100% because then I can do a Star Wars game and then go and start Hitman 2 since I'm kind of doing the rotation. Even though I'm throwing random things in there, I'm still trying to keep that rotation going. And then a few other games down at the bottom that, or not at the bottom, but a few other games that I was working on before that I need to get back to that I kind of just, put on the way back burner. So two games are Hawks 1 and Hawks 2. I need to get back. Brian and I are going to get back to leveling up in Hawks 1 to get Hawks 1 done, along with looking into leveling up on Hawks 2 and definitely doing at least the last mission on Hawks 2 to on the hardest difficulty to get that done, which will then allow me to get the platinum in both of those games. And then another game that I need to play, which is going to be a game that's strictly on stream, is going to be Knack. I need to do 2 playthroughs of Knack, so if it comes down to it, that's just a game I can throw on and just work towards, and it is going to be what it's going to be because I don't have anything to do in the game other than just play through on hard. And I thought there was another game that I had to just play through on hard as well. I'm a dummy. Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor, I need to just play through on hard, but me being how I am with my stupidity, I'm debating doing Medal of Honor until I do Medal of Honor Frontline, even though I literally have 1 trophy left. So I don't really know what I'm going to do there. I may shoehorn in Medal of Honor Frontline at some point soon and just get that done, and then that would allow me to do Medal of Honor and then just be done with it. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know why, but like I need to like in my brain, I just have to platinum them in order. I don't know why that's a thing. It shouldn't be a thing. I should just be able to platinum Medal of Honor and move on. But if I have the ability to do them in order, like I'd rather do them in order. I understand if I don't have the ability, like if the multiplayer is going down or something like that, and all I have is multiplayer, I get that. But if I have the ability, I would like to do them in order. But yeah, when it comes down to streaming, it's probably going to be maybe Hogwarts for a little bit to get those few trophies. Madden 19, want to get that platinumed and done. Hitman 2016, want to get that 100%ed and done. And then along with, again, doing Hawks 1, Hawks 2, and then trying to finish up Knack. And then there's a few games down here that I still want to finish that have just been on the super back burner for like going on almost a year. But like Dirt Rally 2.0, I really would like to get back to that. And I know I've been talking about that for months, but I really just need to bring my steering wheel upstairs and try to, knock through that Colin McRae DLC, because once I'm through the Colin McRae DLC, like I'm basically done the game. Once I do this Colin McRae DLC and I get a complete every scenario on very hard, I'm basically done the game, because the rest of the game up here, all of these ultra rare trophies that I have left up here, they're not that difficult. They just take a little bit of time, so I can just do those on stream and get the game done, and it'll be done. So I really need to just, I need to dedicate time to that and just get it done. And then another game that I need to work on is Among Us. I would like to do the DLC for Among Us. And then I think that's it. Another game that I want to play on stream and just play it and and just get it done. But like I'm just doing so many things, so I should come back to it at some point. Is Anthem. Brian and I started that a while back, but it's again just kind of been on like the mega back burner. And then Brian and I have a few games that we've been talking about playing upcoming. It just depends on what happens. We were playing Medal of Honor. That was a game that we were dedicating all of our time to because obviously the server's going down. I did help Brian. I didn't necessarily help him, but I was walking him through how to do Madden 18 and Madden 19, so he's done that. And then we need to get back and do Hawks 1 and Hawks 2 to get that done. And then when it comes to the sports games, so doing Madden 18 and Madden 19 and also recently doing MLB The Show 19, that gets the two franchises that I really care about when it comes to sports and trophies. I would love to do the 2K games, but yeah. The games that have trophies that I care about, that being the show games and the Madden games, that gets all of the 19 or up to the 19s done. So with that being said, the next game that I'll probably focus on from a sports franchise perspective will be MLB The Show 20, and then I'll probably do Madden 20, and then MLB The Show 21, and kind of like that. So I'll switch off MLB and Madden games. But I really was thinking about like how much time I've been putting into Madden to everything else, and like it might be something where like I try to do like one a month or like one every other month. Like I'm not going to dedicate like all of my time to that because then I'll never be able to get anything else done. But I do want to make progress on those where I can. But I feel like, and I'm just talking right now, so hold on. Which I know most of you guys are okay with. I think I said this last trophy talk, but I feel like I'm just all over the place when it comes to playing games right now. Like I'm trying to get done, PS3 multiplayer games, but at the same time I'm trying to get done backlog games, but then I'm trying to play new games, but then I'm trying to put guides out. So I feel like I'm just all over the place. So I feel like with Medal of Honor going down and kind of being done with that and finishing up Madden 19, that kind of is leveling me out, which I need because again, I feel like I've been hopping all over the place, and I really want to get into focusing back on just like playing one game, getting that game done, and then moving on to the next one. Um, and just focusing on it that way. And again, with the whole jumping around and boosting and playing new games and doing this and doing that, it does make it more difficult for me when it comes to streaming because I don't want to stream a boost. Especially a boost that can be interrupted by the public. So like I don't have control of the lobby. I don't want to stream that because I don't want people to be trolling and stuff like that. And if they do, like okay, but like I would rather not. I don't want to stream a boring boost that I'm doing by myself because I'm just going to be killing myself over and over again or getting wins or doing something like that. So like I don't necessarily want to stream that. I could stream that, but like I don't want to stream that. Like games that I'm, kind of thinking about with that are like Grid Auto Sport or stuff like that, where like you're basically doing the same race over and over again for, 80 hours or whatever it be. I'd rather not do that. New games is kind of hard, or games that I'm making guides for, it's kind of hard because I'm making guides for it, so I don't necessarily want to stream it because I find it difficult to make guides when or to stream when I'm making guides. So I kind of need like these filler games to stream, but then like I want to make progress in making guides, and then I want to make progress in new games. So it's like I'm all over the place, is what I feel like, and I don't know if like I don't want to like take a step back and be like, okay, I'm just focusing on this one thing. That's all I'm focusing on. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to like focus all my time into like streaming or all my time into, you know, playing new games and putting new guides out because I've never been that type, for as long as I've had and as for as long as I've been doing YouTube, I've never really focused purely on new games. Yes, I make guides on new games that I get and new games that I enjoy, but that's not my main focus. I like making guides on older games. I like making, essentially redux guides, better looking guides, better looking HD 60 frames per second guides for games that are older that may not necessarily have that. So I enjoy doing that. And maybe a new game slides in there every once in a while, but for the most part, like that's what I enjoy doing. So I feel like I don't want to focus like all on new games, but then I don't want to focus all on old games, but then I don't want to focus all on streaming, but then I don't want to focus all on doing this and doing that. So, or I don't want to focus all on doing multiplayer, PS3 games, like getting back into that groove. Because strangely enough, if you guys want to know, this is a super, super, super fun fact. Um, down the timeline or the rabbit hole of why the trophy talk was even a thing that was developed in the past. So I think I started this back in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's when I started. Back in 2018 was it was a period of when I was really just focusing on doing multiplayer games. So I was playing games with these people, and we were just focusing on doing multiplayer games, whether it was PS3, PS4, whatever it be. Obviously, PS5 wasn't out at that time, so we were mainly focusing on old PS3 games or older PS3 games, but we were playing newer games every once in a while and things like that. The reason why the trophy talk was even something that, came out was because since I was playing all these multiplayer games every single week, I wasn't putting time into making guides, and I wasn't putting time into streaming, and I wasn't putting time into making additional trophy content in regards to how to platinums or multiplayer guides. Well, I wasn't even making multiplayer guides at that point, but I wasn't making actual like YouTube content. And since I wasn't getting platinum trophies and all I was doing multiplayer, I also wasn't putting out platinum trophy videos. So essentially, I wasn't putting anything out. I was making progress in games when it came to trophies, but I wasn't putting anything out. So I felt like, oh wow, well, since I'm not actually providing any content for people and people are subscribing, like that's kind of fucked up. So I decided I should do something where every single week I talk about whatever game I was playing. And I'll go into depth. If I'm doing a multiplayer game, I'll go into depth with how the boost was, or I'll just, bullshit about something, because I can essentially talk out of my ass for these videos and really like anything when it comes to, trophies or just talking in general. But I was like, hey man, I'll just like literally talk out of my ass, talk about this game, and people, will probably enjoy it, because people like listening to podcasts, and it's essentially going to be a podcast of me, talking to myself. So, maybe people will enjoy that. And it was definitely something that caught on, and, people obviously still like it, today, because I'm still doing it, and I really enjoy doing it because it helps me kind of look back on what I did last week, help me move forward on what I want to do in the upcoming week or weeks, and kind of go from there. But with that being said, I've I've continued to make these even though I'm putting out guides and things like that. So it definitely has added another layer, because I wasn't always, when I was making the trophy talk every single week, I wasn't putting guides out. I wasn't putting how to platinums out. I wasn't, even though I'm not necessarily doing that now, I have a few how to platinums written. I have a few multiplayer guides written, and I want to make that content and do that content. But with wanting to try to, finish games that I'm doing, well, first of all, with working a full-time job at a minimum a full-time job, um, at 40 hours a week at a minimum. And I say minimum because I've been working a lot of overtime in the past few weeks, and I'm probably going to be working a lot in the upcoming weeks because there's a lot going on. With doing that, along with wanting to play new games, along with wanting to boost games, especially with games going down, servers going down, that was another thing that I was like, holy shit, man. Like, putting it on a time frame, even worse. With doing all that, with wanting to stream, with wanting to make videos, with wanting to make guides, just doing all that, it just, I feel like I was flip flopping, and I still am flip flopping like all around, all over the place. So I'm not trying to sound like, oh, there's a lot going on right now, but yeah, I just, sometimes I'll just get home from work and I'll be like, maybe I should do that Need for Speed Rivals multiplayer, or I'll be thinking about it at work and I'll be like, you know what? Maybe I should finish that Injustice 2, ranked multiplayer, or maybe I do want to just, play a Call of Duty game. Like, just random thoughts come to my mind, and then it's like, okay, time to do it. So, if you see random games that pop up or something like that, like, more power to it. And I want to thank you guys. I don't think I've ever done it before, but I do want to thank you guys all for always, staying around and supporting all the stuff and the trophy guides and the trophy talks and the streams and everything. I really do appreciate all that, and people staying around for my inconsistency, because I do feel like it's like super inconsistent all the time. But there are people that always show up. There are people that are always there, and I will, continuously put out videos and talk about games and play unique games and give you guys my thoughts, my true honest thoughts on games and trophies and things like that. You can ask me whatever. I'll always give my honest opinion and thoughts on it. And if you want to know why I feel that way, I'll also tell you that as well. But man, my throat is killing me. With that being said, we're going on 35 minutes. I don't want to, hold you guys on for too much longer. But again, I do appreciate you guys all sticking around, subscribing, liking the videos, showing up, leaving comments, coming to the streams, all that stuff. I really do greatly appreciate it. I'm going to continue to put out videos. I'm going to continue to get platinum trophies. We're going to continue to do random weird ass games. I would love to dive more into my PS3 collection and show you guys some real hidden gems, some real, maybe not hidden gems is a word, but some real games, some real awesome games that maybe not a lot of people know about, or not a lot of people are going for the platinums nowadays. I would love to share those experiences with you guys, even though I know it's not like a platinum, platinum trophy, experience type video, just giving my thoughts after it, or playing it on stream or whatever, or talking about it during my trophy talk. I'm here for the journey, and I hope you guys are too. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Again, down in the comments below, let me know all types of games that you guys have been playing, progress you've made, goals you're setting, games you're excited for, anything like that. Let me know all of that stuff down in the comments below. Down in the description below, you'll find links to all types of stuff, my Twitter, Twitch, platinum trophy videos, other videos like this. So if you want to go check any of that stuff out, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Anyway, like I said, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for some more awesome trophy content like this. And I hope to see you all around sometime soon.